Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I am going to speak for the students of ADE third semester. Title of course is Teaching Literacy, and my today's topic is Fluency Instructions. Let me define once again the definition of fluency. Fluency means to read smoothly, it means to read rapidly, it means to read with expression, and it means to read without making errors. Teachers have been trying to give fluency to the students in the class. They have been adapting different methods for this, but the course which has been designed here for the students of AD third semester is excellent one if it is followed rightly. There are three dimensions of fluency which must be focused on. Teacher must give their eye on these three dimensions which help us to understand fluency and which help us to give instructions regarding fluency to the students. The first dimension of fluency is automaticity. What is automaticity? Automaticity means rapid reading. Means you are going to read without effort. This is the first dimension. When your students start reading, they should not take a labor in reading. They should not take a lot of time in combining the letters into the words, and then words into the sentences, and then sentences into the passage. Okay, so when they are going to read, this must be kept in mind that they should read rapidly and they should read without effort. They should not consume a lot of time in combining the letters into the words, and then they start reading. So the rapid reading is required, and this is called automaticity. This is the first dimension of fluency. What is another dimension is accuracy. Accuracy means reading quickly. Accuracy means making fewer errors while reading. If you are going to commit errors in reading, then it is going to distort your reading. Your reading would not be liked, and there must be expressions. You are going to lose expressions when you are committing a lot of mistakes in your reading. So other dimension of fluency is accuracy, and accuracy means smooth reading and quick reading and reading with expressions. If you are going to read with accuracy, if you are going to read with quickly, if you are going to read with smoothness, but still your expressions are lost, or you are not going to add expressions during your reading would not charm the people, it would not attract people, and people would not like to listen while you read. So this was the second dimension, accuracy. First dimension was automaticity. And third dimension of fluency is prosody. What is prosody? Prosody means reading and reading not word by word, but when you are going to read with phrases. Okay, and during reading you are going to end at certain level. You must know that where to stop during your reading, where to pause during your reading. Again, in the prosody, if you are going to read word by word, you will be expressionless. So prosody gives you expression. Prosody gives you the chunks of phrases while reading. Here you know where you are going to end this line or this clause or this sentence. It doesn't mean reading word by word, but reading along with phrases and along with lines, and where to end and where to start from, and where to add tone in reading, and where to pause in reading, and when to emphasize. This is prosody. So when you have this dimension of fluency, it means you are going to add prosody in it. Your reading becomes rhythmic, it becomes full of music, it becomes full of expressions, and people would love to listen while you talk, while you read anything. So these were three dimensions. Here I am going to add that why fluency instructions are necessary. When you are going to instruct your students about fluency, it means your students are going to experience variety of material in the class and outside the class. If they think that just accuracy and just prosody and just automaticity is added in the reading, and they are going to be a perfect and they are going to be complete in reading, so here we are going to keep our students into the darkness. Is to teacher in the class, and every English teacher everywhere wherever he is teaching must to give fluency instructions to all his students during teaching English language. What does he do there? He is model for them. He shows them by doing while he reads. He shows them what is prosody in reading. He shows them what is accuracy. He acts in the class. He does just not give instructions verbally, but he does it. He acts in the class that this is prosody. He is going to show them this is the pause, and this aids charm and attraction in the reading. And he is going to be accurate and going to make fewer and fewer mistakes in the class, so that the students may learn that if accuracy and automaticity and prosody is added here, and it enchants his readers and his listeners in the class. So teacher just do not give instructions, but he models. He acts in the class while giving instructions to his students. What other things are required when you are going to give instruction to the students? Book selection. What kind of book to be selected for different levels. One book would not be apt and accurate for all the levels. When you're going to read primary students or elementary students or middle class students or high class students, there should be the selection of books, and appropriate material should be added in those books, or those books should contain appropriate material when it is followed by the students and when teacher gives instructions to them. Book may be difficult and they may be complicated. They can contain difficult topics, and it would be difficult for students to comprehend the topic. When reading would be difficult, ultimately its meaning will be difficult to extract. It would be difficult for the teacher to teach fluency to the students, because words are heavy and it's verbose, full of words, and one word contains many letters, and it is difficult for students to blend them and utter those words in the class. So book selection is very much important, and this instruction should be kept in mind when you are teaching fluency instructions. When teacher talks about instructions, he should keep different genres in his mind. He should not read prose. He should not give them novels. He should not talk about poetry, rhyme, stories, but all kind of material which they come across in the class or in their daily life, which they come across at their home in the different book form. Teacher must talk about all the genres. He must not limitize himself or confine himself to few books or material which doesn't give them a full ground to grow and to bloom and to learn from it. But he should show them the different world of literature where students when visit it, they enjoy it and they have a greater chance of performance there. So variety of genres during fluency teaching is important, and this instruction also be added while teaching fluency to the students. When students are given fluency instructions, students are going to experience different books. They read different books. They gain a lot of knowledge. Their background knowledge is going to be strengthened by the teacher, and they start reading on their own, and in this way they have extensive experience of reading, and they have a lot of knowledge of the world, and in this way they can play a better part in the class and outside the class, and when they will perform on the stage, they will feel joy that this joy not only gives pleasure to themselves but also the audience who listen them, that from where they learn this fluency and this style and this accuracy and this smoothness, and how perfect they are speaking today, who taught them, and all these are such tiny ingredients of fluency which we didn't know before, but we are going to see their performance. Now we come to know that this is actual reading, and in this way many people will learn and they will start following such instructions. So, what is the teacher's role? What should teacher do while teaching fluency? Teacher is going to give them a lot of opportunities. He should not just give them instructions and the class is over, but students should come forward and they should do what teachers do. Teacher does in the class. While teaching them poetry, students should read the poem in a way it is read. Teacher should teach them dialogues, and the students should follow how these dialogues are uttered. And in this way, all the genres are covered, and the students have a lot of opportunity in the class to perform. And students practice it, and teacher's job is to give them feedback, positive feedback, and where they lack and where they are good at. And the teacher is going to give them positive feedback so that they may fulfill where they are lacking, and they may complete themselves, they should make up themselves where they are lacking. So teacher's job is to give them feedback, positive feedback, and the teacher should monitor their progress, that this student has achieved this level and that student has achieved that level. So in this way fluency instruction is taught in the class. So fluency instructions are necessary. Not only fluency, but fluency instruction should be taught, and they should be taught systematically to all the students so that they have a better chance of performance in the class, and they can achieve greater success in reading, and their reading is light everywhere, wherever they go. So this was fluency instructions. Hope my students understand this, and they will listen my video. If they have any question, send me in written. I will respond your questions. Please subscribe my channel. You will have many more videos on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.